Back, man. Episode 10. 10 episodes in, man. This is crazy. I didn't think we would get like 5 episodes in, but we here. We doing something. We moving. Again, like always, thank you guys for everything so far. I mean, we keep doing this because you guys keep engaging with us. And we loving it, man. Seriously, we loving it. Thank you guys so much. This is not an appreciation video. We will get there one day. But we got certain goals.
Appreciate y'all every video, though.
Yeah,
So
every single video.
It's all love. It's all love. It's a good thing. It's a good vibe. Knowing that you guys are communicating with us. Knowing that we are helping a few individuals. I haven't really touched base on opening new, how can I say, new visitors to our channel. But we're hoping one day we'll get there. I believe we will get there one day with consistency and just continue doing what we do and just being authentic and speaking about real life problems with real life people like us. And, we're not sugarcoating nothing. So hope you guys are just sitting back, enjoying it, watching it. And I hope you guys are working on your mental health. You know what I mean?
Yeah, every day. But like he said, we're trying to engage more and do more stuff like that. Again, like we always try to push out there. We're not professionals, man. We got a phone and a freaking, what is these called again?
Tripod?
No,
Backlight?
I guess a backlight. I don't know.
They use that for many scenes.
And we just press record, and because we know we wanted to do something, we had a plan to help. So this is one way of us helping.
Step one, I guess. We got other ideas to helping people.
Yeah, so we're not professionals, guys, and we would like some help to know what to do to get more out there, stuff like that. So I know some of you guys are good with this stuff, but as of right now, man, we freaking sometimes we be amazed and we just be like, yo, look at this. This is really somebody really just asked this, or they really telling us this. Like, we love it.
But I was telling them sometimes I always rewatch the videos when the time comes. Usually wait like a day or two when I get a good amount of time after work, and when I see the videos, I'll be like, damn, I can't believe I really said that, or I was comfortable with saying that, because sometimes I think to myself that I would never speak about certain things, and it's a good feeling that I'm being able to open up more about my own mental health and be more comfortable with it and talk about it like it is a real conversation. Now that I look back and see where our YouTube says, I think it says something, or like our IG says, just making mental health a more safe conversation, or what, a comfortable conversation?
I think comfortable.
Comfortable, yeah. And it's exactly what it feels like now. Before, I remember of talking about my mental health, and it was just felt like I wasn't able to talk about it. Like I was about to get smacked or some shit. Somebody asked me like, yo, what's going on? Or if I was to tell somebody about my mental health, or I would be frowned upon. And knowing, I always knew, but knowing how much more people are responding to it, or when they see us just talking about it, just simply proves my theory of that, I'm not the only one going through mental health. All of these people out here are going through mental health, and everybody's facing battles that are being untold. I know you don't want to get too personal. Sometimes I don't want to get too personal. I just wanted to be in a place and a time in my life where I can be much more happier than the past 29 years of my life, and learn how to deal with this. That way I can help others and help my children and build this legacy that I'm doing in my journey, So today we want to touch on more about what? Depression.
Yep.
We want to talk about depression, how depression affects us, what is depression to you, to us, and the little side notes that you was put in. You say what I was just telling you about. I don't want to take your line, but the two things of depression and being depressed.
Mm-hmm.
Let you talk about that.
Oh, I mean, you want to still talk?
No, I'm gonna let you talk about that because that's what you wrote down. So I ain't gonna take it.
And
that's what I asked you. That's a factor, not because I wanna.
No. Yeah. A lot of the, I'm gonna say 95% of the things I say on here is I most likely looked them up first before saying it. Like I said before, I don't want to look like an asshole in front of people and they be like, this guy's lying. Like he's not. That's not true. Look, it's right here. But yeah, a lot of the stuff that we talk about, we look it up and we kind of like throw it in our own words, or we'll tell you beforehand, like, hey, this is what I feel personally, or this is my opinion. But yeah, like you said, this episode we want to talk about depression. So depression and being depressed, it's two different things. Again, people might find that hard to believe. When I first found that out, I did. I'm like, there's no way you could be depressed without having depression. But it's like you can. And for a lot of the stuff that I read about it was being depressed is like kind of having like a bad day or a sad day. And a better way to put it to
When
people.
people say you're having a rainy day today.
Yeah, for people to understand. Like it's like if you're having a sad day. Like you're just sad that day, and you know something might have happened the day before, and now you're sad the next day. So you're depressed. I mean, almost everybody I know, mostly a lot of people you guys know. I'm sorry. What real quick? One thing I noticed too, I talk a lot with my hands. My hands is always doing this or something.
Should have been a teacher.
But I gotta stop that. I gotta chill, relax, man, relax. But that was weird as shit. But yeah.
You laughing to yourself, talking to yourself. You gotta chill. And I'm the one drinking coffee.
Yeah. So being depressed is like having a sad day, a bad day. You might be going through something at that time, and then depression is, it's kind of taking over your mental health. It's taking over your physical health. It's taking over. I think this is too strong a word, but it happens to a lot of people. It's taking over your life. So that's what depression is. Like depression is more of a, hey, let me send my little brother depressed out there, and let's see if he's really going through depression. A lot of times that little brother goes back home and tells depression, no, he's just depressed. But then a lot of times depressed come back home to his big brother depression and says, this guy, he's going through a lot, man. His life's not looking good, and he's not doing nothing to fix it, and there's a lot of things going wrong with him, and that's when depression comes out, and depression takes over. It's that dark cloud on you for a long time.
Depression is the one that sticks with you and linger on in your life.
Yeah.
And being depressed is just, sometimes you can have a depressed day.
Yeah. Like that's what I say. Like it's easier to explain more like a sad day. Something
Depressed.
like that. Like
today I am feeling depressed. Like when you have Facebook and it says feel your mood. Today I am feeling depressed, and then today I am being happy. So it's more of
a feeling.
A feeling of the day. And being, what you said, having depression is more of a mental health,
physical.
Like when you're
spiritual
clinically depressed.
Right.
Depressed is like being in depression.
Right.
Like I suffer with depression.
Exactly.
So that means like us, we suffer with depression where we don't just have depressed days, we have weeks of feeling
depression can linger on for 2 weeks.
Where it affects everything in our life.
100%.
Like we're not just sad today and tomorrow we wake up, we're back at it.
Yeah.
No, we're depressed.
And this comes to another thing. Me and you talked about this so many times. It really fucks me up in my head when you got people out here that be like, and again, everybody go through depression differently. They when they're depressed, it's different for them. Some people could smile through it. Some people could live life through it. Some people could cry through it. Some people could destroy their whole self through it.
Some people can act like it doesn't even affect them. It just do things to distract them. Not distract themselves, but make it seem like they're having a good life but to their viewers and stuff.
To that point, a lot of us are not stupid. You understand? So we can kind of figure out where people are going with it when they say I'm being depressed and I have depression. Nowadays, what I see, and it really fucks me up because there's people out here that's really suffering with depression. It's really like, it's destroying them, man. It is just destroying everything about them.
Yeah. People
will come out here and be like, oh, I have depression. Because they think like it's just a regular thing to say when they feeling sad. Like you can't just throw that depression word out there.
Well, for not understanding the
just
whole
because your mom told
it.
you to clean your room or you're grounded, now you have depression.
Or just because
like that,
you
that
had
doesn't
an
make
argument
sense.
with someone because you guys couldn't see eye to eye.
Yeah.
And since you don't feel
you go home feeling bad.
Oh, I'm depressed. This happened to me, or this person said this to me, and my teacher didn't give me this certain grade, or the job didn't accept me today for the responsibility I had in taking care of it. They were kind of upset at me and they disciplined me in action. So now I'm depressed.
No. That being you can be depressed. It's having depression is what makes that. When people say that, they
No,
be
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, I'm
that-
saying I'm right. Yeah, I get
yeah,
what you
you
mean.
switched it up.
Yeah,
You were
yeah.
saying the right things, but you switched up the word.
Yeah, I get what you mean. But yeah, they take it. Maybe they don't know, but they take it as they're having depression. But what we're trying to say is that depression is something that you live with, like pretty much. It
Yeah,
stays with you. It stays
you
with
live
you.
with that.
So it's like I don't just have the depressive days. I'm in depression. I'm in this state of depression that has been here like basically all my life. Some people just go through these days, like you said, they're depressed, but they take it,
Now they have the mental illness of
yeah,
depression,
and they want people to
which
feel sympathy for them. But it's like, bro, I think you're just having a bad day.
yeah,
Because
it's crazy.
this is me speaking to people that I personally would know them. If I don't really know you, I can't really judge on you based off of that. But I have little siblings, I have little cousins, and I have family members, I have friends, and I could tell the difference of certain things based off of what they tell me. Some people are not as open, and that's perfectly fine. So I won't judge you guys. I don't know. And again, I'm not a professional. I'm not going to sit here and say you're depressed or you're not depressed. I don't know. I'm just piggybacking off what you say, and I know I get it. Like sometimes I feel like some people are selfish because some people are really going through this depression stuff that they've been battling for years and years. Like they should have been take away their life in their head and like I can't live like this no more. Versus somebody just having a little bad poo poo day and talking about I've been depressed for so long now. And all that.
Yeah.
Bro, you never talked about depression before, bro. You never felt like this before. Like I don't even think you know what depression is. Like depression is a real life thing. Like
I believe that.
it could put a grown man on his fucking knees day by day.
I believe that.
And you don't know the weight that somebody, a woman or man, has to carry in order to get up and still go out there and still do it and still come home and still gotta take care of what they gotta take care of and wake up the next day. Like that's fucking depression.
Yeah.
When you can't see no sunlight when it's a beautiful sunny day outside, that is depression.
Yes.
When you see the beautiful trees and the birds chirping, but you're walking around and this dark cloud is following you, that is depression.
Keep going.
Where you can't feel it.
Keep going.
That's it.
Oh, I do stop. All right.
Get the mix shot now. We can start
Nah.
rapping about it. But that's the state right there.
Nah,
is
that's
depression.
100% true,
You can't
man.
enjoy the moments, and the moments are there for you.
100% true.
Like you know what I mean? Like when we went to play basketball yesterday. Let's say one of us went over there and we couldn't enjoy it, and we would notice like, yo, damn man, he's in depression, and I could tell because he's not enjoying something like this so beautiful. What? Friends, family, and like kids over here playing in the park. If you can't enjoy that, you're in that mode. You're not even the mode. I don't want to say the mode, but your illness is coming out, and it's
sometimes
sad. It's
sometimes
sad.
it's depression, but I feel like sometimes for people like that too, they don't even give it a chance. You know what I'm talking about? Like they don't give that moment a chance. Like you're having a bad day, because yesterday I was having a bad day. Yesterday I was having a real bad day, and I didn't even want to show up to the park with these guys, and I'm like, man, we planned this, let's go. It turned into actually a good event. We was playing basketball. It was gonna be they just go to the park type stuff, and then somebody was like, "You got a ball?" Whatever. So what
Take the
happened?
kids to the park and just let them
Yeah,
play.
and it was a
talk
family
and
thing.
socialize.
Us, our cousins, like their kids. It was a good day, real good day. But before going there, I was having a bad day, and I'm just like, I want to go home. Like I don't want to do this. And in my head, I thought, I'm like, let me just give this a chance. Like I don't want to be one of those people that's trying to push out there the agenda of, don't take life too serious. Go give that time a chance. Don't let the bad energy defeat you, because my brothers know, my family know, I'm that type of person. If you had that bad energy, I won't let it defeat me. I won't. Like, you could sit there and be negative, and I'm going to still be positive, and that's why I try to push a lot. The people around me, I see them still battling that. Like, once they negative, they like to stay like that, and it is what it is.
It's hard. It's hard, man.
Me, I like to avoid the negativity, so I won't talk to you. I'll leave you alone, and I'll just let you do your thing. When you're ready and you want to accept that, you're a grown up and come back and speak, and you want to be a part of society again, like how I was saying it, but then we're cool again. You know what I'm talking about? But I won't push you to the curb. I'm gonna give you your time. Go ahead. You're upset. You're allowed to be upset. You're human. Go be upset. Get out of here.
That's like goes back to like when I said way before, always like if I got something going on, I don't want to affect others, and I know like I have to talk to this person like to handle something. I'll talk to them when the emotions are not there no longer.
That's
you got to talk clear.
One of the episodes. Remember, I was saying that control your emotions, then come speak.
You have to because. And sometimes it could take a week or two, a month or whatever if it's a problem there. But you got to take time because you don't want to go to someone and talk to them and you're still feeling emotion. Like, you might regret
it. And mess up
most
that
likely you will regret something, or you're going to feel guilty, or you're going to be like, damn, I shouldn't have told them that because I know that was coming out of anger or that came out of sadness. So, like you were saying, just take it slow, give them their space, respect their space. They respect yours. But that's only when you got two mature people. Or you know what I mean?
I was just about to say
you gotta be too mature. If you got somebody who's not, they're gonna go over there and still pick your buttons. That's what you gotta be mature.
They're gonna wait. They're gonna wait till it's
cool. You ready to talk, and
then they're gonna come back and still throw it in your face. Yeah. That's the people you need to avoid, though. Yeah. That's the people that will make sure when they're upset and you're not upset, you're just trying to help the situation. They will try to make sure that at the end of this conversation, if I'm upset, you're upset.
They want you to feel the way they was feeling for some type of reason instead of fixing the issue. So I take it as multiple things. Like, damn, I guess we really don't share the relationship I thought we did.
Right.
Maybe you're not mature enough because I truly cared about you or friendship or our relationship, whatever we shared or whatever it may be. And it seems like you don't because instead of us trying to fix this, it's more like you're trying to hurt me at this point.
Yeah.
And I don't need that because obviously me and you have an issue. We can't check each other without you being like that. Like what Gillian Wallow said, you should be able to check each other. Boom. It's said and done right there.
Without the emotions.
And now we're going to win again. Because I know you truly care for me. So what you got to say is important to me. And I don't want it to get to the next level. But some people, I don't know, they're having a depressed day or people who are going through depression, but they kind of want you to stay in that position and make you feel like that with them.
Yeah,
like, bro, I'm going through it with you, or when I say bro, I say girls and guys because our YouTube is for girls and guys. I know when we say about the men stuff is because I feel like we're men.
Yeah,
we're men. So
it's nothing crazy, but
ladies will admit it. Like y'all don't hear men talking about how they feel. It's just it's one of society's biggest stigmas on men, but it's true. It's 100% true. And for the woman that can't acknowledge that, I'm not saying do your research, but you go to a coffee shop and put 10 girls there and 10 guys. Let me know who's going to talk first about how they feel. Before one guy speak, you're going to have 8 women, 9 women talk about their feelings before that guy.
That's
and if
crazy,
anything, the guy's going to be there to sit there and listen to you and still give you good advice. The real good guys. Not the scumbags that just want to get in, slide in your DMs and your panties and shit. You feel me? But that's what I'm saying.
That's crazy. That's like
real shit.
That's like 1,000% accuracy. And it's crazy because people can say you're lying, but we've been through this multiple times. Like we saw this play out in front of us multiple times. A lot of the stuff we talk about, again, is based off our experience, based off our life, like based off what we went through. And what he just said, I can vouch and 100% agree with him. Like, that's true. And a lot of women...
We should do a social experiment. But
don't believe that. Don't believe that. We will start doing social experiments. We're gonna get out this room one day. I'm telling you, like, this is just step one.
Maybe go like downtown and like just ask random strangers about how they're feeling.
Yep.
And then like do the edits and be like, damn, you see how like all these guys just say, I'm good, and they keep going. But then you have a woman like, today I was going through this. And I'm not trying to mock women or anything like that.
That right there don't sound crazy.
Yeah, because I'm trying to make a voice. I got a man voice. But it's more as though because... And I like that. I like that women could be more supportive to each other.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing. We're not trying to bash that.
I think it's healthy. That a woman can sit there, open up, their girlfriends can sit there, or somebody else could be there for them. Versus a guy cannot. I feel like the stigma bothers them, and more is like they don't. I don't know. Like they're afraid to, or maybe they just feel like they're gonna be judged, or maybe they just feel like it ain't worth it. My feelings ain't validated. It's cool.
It can be.
It's multiple factors. Because what I'm saying is personally how I feel about how my mental health.
Any of them could be true, but man, that's like a lot of the women that might see this gonna be like, you lying, shut up, that don't really happen. That's just what the guys want to say. All right, I don't care.
Some of the guys going to say, like I said before, they're going to be, shut up and man up. I would never speak about my feelings to a woman. If you got to sit there and talk to a woman about it, you ain't no man.
Yeah.
Well, bitch, let me tell you something.
Those are a lot of the guys stuck in the time. Like, that's cool. All right, I don't care what you say. Like,
I still don't know what it is to be a man. If that's what you're saying, like, it's so many theories of how to be a man. So, hey, it's cool. Drop a comment. Why, if you're gonna sit there and say it, just drop a comment, and we could go back and forth.
Right? Yeah. I don't want to hear this shit off the fucking episode and. off the YouTube. I'm like, no, if you
Drop a
really about
comment.
that, drop a comment and let's see if somebody replies to you.
Yeah, because then you're gonna have other audience reach out to you and be like, "Well, I don't see you like that. Like, it's just it's a whole part of
Yeah.
debating and how we all feel."
I want
and
somebody to
what we
argue in the
do.
comments. I want to sit there with my popcorn and watch it and laugh.
Nah,
No, I'm just playing. I'm not playing. But yeah, man. Hopefully that helped you understand a little bit between depression and being depressed. And again, one is not less than the other. One is not less than the other. We're not pushing one to the side and focusing on one. If you're any of them, please, please, please reach out to somebody that you love, you care about, or you trust. Talk, speak, because we all know where depression can lead to, and we don't want to lead it to there. And like I said before, and I'm going to keep saying it for the rest of my life, I don't believe in that action because that action shows weakness, and you're not weak. Despite what you might think of yourself, one thing you are, you're not weak because you've already been battling the big battle within yourself, and you came this far already. So why not keep going for it? You understand? Don't take it to that dark place and do something that you're gonna hurt a lot of people.
Don't
You
don't
might
even make
think,
that an option for yourself. Like, suicide should not be an option.
yeah,
for
you
yourself.
might think, oh, nobody's gonna care. You're lying because even the people that I don't know or I never spoke to in my life, and I see a post and it says this person finally lost the battle to depression, took their life. That shit hits me. Like it hits me to a point when sometimes I'll go to the set and I'll be like, damn, look, this guy was so young and he killed himself. I'll start getting choked up. And it's like, damn, why you didn't speak to somebody, man? Like, and sometimes she might say, well, a lot of people might say, and he probably did and nobody listened. He didn't try hard
I'm gonna
enough.
say he probably
because
did,
if
but
you keep trying, man, there's gonna be. I'm not the only person in the world that would sit there and really listen to you. If you come up to me and you tell me, yo, I got this bad thought in my mind and I'm thinking about, from time to time, like, what would this world be like without me? I'm going to look at you. I'm going to tell you, yo, sit right here. And what the fuck are you talking about? Like, don't ever say that. There's no reason to say that. Life is beautiful once that dark cloud leaves. You got to understand it.
even if it's temporary, because sometimes it's temporary for me to come back.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
when it's not, when I'm in the moment of like enjoying it, thank you God for that. Thank you for the people around me. Thank you to myself. Like, everyone deserves to be happy at some point in their life.
Yeah, yeah, of
Whether
course.
it's 3 days out of their full week, because we personally know people who have depression. It's hard. Like, I feel like my depression is more than my happy days, and it sucks. I don't want to be negative on it, but it's
I mean,
just
it's the reason why we
it's the plain truth.
why we building the podcast, because we felt like that.
Yeah,
We
maybe
talked about it all the
I would
time.
never be healed from it. You know what I mean? Maybe
Yeah.
you won't. But what we're just saying is that the people you're talking to, if they're not helping you with it, maybe you're just not speaking to the right people. You know?
Yeah,
because
that's what I'm saying.
There's somebody out there for everyone to be there
Keep
and be
trying,
supportive, and have good friends around you that truly care. Have a good support system. If you can't find, there's groups out there. There's anonymous groups that you don't gotta know these people, but they're people like us who are willing to listen. Like,
yeah, man.
you're not alone.
I am that group. That's why I try to put this, man, because that's one thing I want to take away from the world. Like, I know I never will in my whole life that I'm on this earth. It'll never happen, but that suicide stuff, man, it don't belong here. It don't need to be here. We're gonna have those thoughts. I still have those thoughts to this day, and it sucks, but my heart knows and my mind knows I'm never going to come to that. You understand? Now because I have kids, but now because I see what that do to people. Even I see what might take those people to that level also, because I get it. Sometimes you do feel like you're alone. Sometimes you might even think to yourself and be like, this place is definitely better without me. It's better without me because all I do is bring the bad energy. And I don't mean to, but that's what I do.
Or I can never be happy. What's the point of living?
Exactly. People would think that. And to me, that's not true. It your life won't end that way. You understand? You got to give that time. You got to give that thought
You got to give
some
yourself
pressure.
that chance.
Don't let that thought give you the pressure. You got to give that thought some pressure. And just yeah, like he said, like, just give it a chance, man. Like, something's gonna change. Something's gonna change. But it's always, you gotta put the work in. Like we keep telling each other on a daily basis, yo, I know you're telling me this, but where's the work at for that? You understand? Like me, like, and I'm always say, like, I really battle with the problem of my weight. Like that's one thing that affects my life. Like I know a lot of people be like, yo, it's just weight, get on a diet and stuff like that. But it's hard for me, man. It's really hard for me. And I use that example a lot because that really gets me depressed. That gets me depressed when I think about my weight, when I think about me gaining weight and how it's hard for me to lose weight. Like it gets me depressed. It gets me in bad moods. And I definitely think low of myself because that should be an easy thing, man. That should be an easy thing to go on a diet. You got to have that.
No, that's not easy. That's the complete opposite. It
Yeah,
sounds
but to
easy,
me, I feel like
when you live a certain
I just got to
lifestyle,
put that power in for me though. Like, why is it so easy
It
for me to
takes-
eat a fucking piece of candy, but it's
because it tastes
than
good.
it is to eat a healthy
it's
meal.
taste, but it's just the way we're wired as people, and that's something way harder. Because
Yeah.
even right now, I'm gonna say, remember I told you guys in the beginning, I've been doing this sober thing. Like I haven't drank. It's been like 8 months almost, and it helped me reach another goal in my fitness journey. I think I'm down to like 187 from like 212, so I'm pushing it, and it's the drinking helped me a lot. And I'm gonna tell you how it's hard because I used to love drinking on the weekends because it didn't taste good, no, but the feeling was good, and just being drunk and fucking stupid sometimes. But the rewards I have now is just it's much better, and it was hard, and I get with the food and all that because who doesn't like snacks? Who doesn't like a freaking box of pizza? Like it's tasty,
I
it's
feel
delicious.
like but I feel like that's what causes my
and it's easy to do
depression
it.
most of the time too. Because I feel like like if I keep going the way I'm going, like it's gonna be hard for me to hang out with my kids when they're like 15 to 16 when they want to go out there and play fucking soccer or something like that. Because all my kids right now they're into that soccer moment, but
with something like that, you
I can't keep up with them.
at least you know you can fix it.
I know, but that's
Like
what I'm
it's
saying.
not
It's
like it
hard,
can't
man.
change.
It's hard,
just
and
it's something
it fucks with me,
it's
man.
something
Like,
blocking you up there. Like
it's
it
just and
happens.
another thing I noticed for myself, and I self-diagnose myself, and that don't do that. That's not good. That's if you ever want to get diagnosed with something, you go to a professional. But I figured out that when I do have bad days or when I do feel depressed, I eat a lot. I noticed that shit. And
well, that's real because when people are sad too, they binge eat.
yeah, and I just told that to the set, and she was like, "Damn, She was like, "I didn't want to tell you that because I felt like it would bother you more, but I did notice that about you. Like when you tell me something that's bothering you and you having a bad day, you don't care about yourself no more." And I was like, I just noticed that. She said she's been noticing it for like a few months already, and I'm like,
And you'll see it the next day, like,
Damn,
damn, why did I do that?
yeah.
I told myself
and
I wouldn't
that's exactly
do it.
what happens. Like
And
I
I
wake
did
up
it.
and I'm like, why did I just do that?
I just
to
gained
myself,
the
man?
500 unnecessary
Yeah,
calories
like,
just
and I'm just
because
like,
I was
bro, like,
munching when I shouldn't have. Instead, I
just-
should have put out fruit and did that. But you don't want to taste that shit right there.
That's what I'm saying.
You want the
It's just-
chips,
it's
or you
hard,
want the
like-
snacks, or you want just
And
the,
I know this
greasy
is a funny
meal.
topic, but it's like I've been struggling with that my whole life, man. I really have been. Like I really want to get to a good weight for myself, man. I don't want to be one of them macho man Randy Savage type stuff, but it's just like I want to get to a good weight. I want to feel healthier, and I know I'm not in a healthy part of my life right now. I know I'm not at a good weight, and I've been struggling with that for like the past 10 years for myself, and it's just hard. And when I see people do that shit, I'm like, yo, your mind is probably like level 100 of self power, and it's like I don't know how to explain that. Like your willpower is like
That's gonna,
expert level. Like, and I'll be proud of shit of them. Like, it's some people I don't even know. Like, he'll be like, "This is my before picture. This is my after picture." I'm like, "Damn, bro! Like, that's amazing, bro! Like,
Yeah.
I wish I can do that." And I know it's nobody's fault. It's my fault. I know that. So for the people be like, "Close your fat ass mouth." Like, I get it. I be trying. Like, it's hard, man. It's hard. But yeah. So let's keep it moving, man. Hopefully
we can
that
talk about that in the physical. We want to do a episode soon with our other brother. He finally gonna come back to episode. He wants to speak about it, but we want to talk about our physical health with mental health. Like
yeah.
how.
That could be
just
it later.
basically all that. So that's gonna be a great topic, I believe. Because
Yeah. I'll explain more about it right there.
Yeah, because I struggle with my weight for a long time and still right now. So that's why I don't want to get too much involved in it because there's a lot I want to say in that episode more about
I wrote
how I
something
feel
down
about it as well.
I know my handy dandy notebook. But
Where's that from? Blue's Clues?
yeah.
It is. Damn.
I want to write down some symptoms maybe to help you guys out so you can understand a little bit. Where is it?
Symptoms that you feel?
No. The symptoms for depression. If you.
Oh yeah,
for your
yeah.
depression. So, symptoms can be low mood, A lot of times I think we have low mood because even when I call you, you be like, ah, man, it's just, I don't know. I don't feel, what I'm talking about? Stuff like that. Low mood,
Sucks.
loss of enjoyment. We speak about that almost every episode.
Yep.
Like, we could be somewhere and then everybody's enjoying it. Like you said about yesterday. And
If you
we're not
can't
enjoying it.
join that,
Right.
then you know you're going through something.
Yeah.
That
So,
it's like look for these symptoms.
Yeah.
When you're feeling it.
Matter of fact, so let me name these off, and I guess we could talk about it after, so that way people don't lose
Yeah.
track of what I said. So,
Just
from the
rewind
beginning, low mood, loss of enjoyment, changes in appetite, feeling worthless, feeling guilty, sleeping problems. Either you sleeping too much or too little.
Yo, add eye twitching there. My eye's twitching again right now. Like I tell you all the time.
But that's not a fact.
I know, but
These
yo,
are facts. Like,
I don't know what's that. I think I'm gonna have a heart attack one day, so because my eyes be twitching, man.
Another thing is concentration, restlessness, slowness, loss of energy, and thoughts of suicide.
Ooh.
Those are the symptoms. And then another thing I looked up, which I found like on I think 3 different websites and I found one video on YouTube, said if you have any 5 of these symptoms, you should get tested for depression. So
A man gonna come and be like, I ain't doing shit, man.
yeah,
I'll be alright.
bro. Then
Like I was just talking
bro.
to him about this before we start recording. Was that I was considering going to therapy, and not a little bit for everything. And it's some things because I can't tell. Probably just certain people, like even people that's close to me, I don't want to put the weight on their shoulders. But just going to therapy, not to like sit there and cry. Like I don't want people to get the wrong idea, but more like just to talk to somebody.
Some people do that.
somebody.
Yeah, just to talk
Well,
to
maybe
somebody.
to shut
Me?
up something, but I just maybe just to see a different like outlook
Right.
on my own mental health, and maybe if like I'm the problem about certain situations in my life. Like sometimes you gotta sit back and think like maybe you can be the problem and take accountability. Like the reason why maybe I go through some shit, maybe it's because I'm the problem. Maybe it seeks back to my childhood. Maybe it's just something about me that I never really worked on. And I feel like it would never be wrong to tell somebody, hey, go to therapy if you need it. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I tried going when I was a kid, but I think I was
personally,
forced. But
not to downplay that or anything about therapists or any stuff like that, any doctors. I don't fully believe in that stuff only because, and again, this is not to downplay anything. I know you guys are professionals, and it's not to be like, shut up, you don't know what I'm going through. It's more like, I'm gonna call it brave. I don't think it's brave, but if I'm not brave enough to tell someone that I would love the most in this world my food problems, I don't think I will have the courage in me to go to a therapist and tell them my food problems. I think I'll hold some stuff back, or I'll hide something, or I'll try to deny something. So in a way, I'm just going to go over there and waste my time. I feel like you can find someone you're close to and speak to somebody. And again, what I'm saying can be 100% wrong. I'm just saying how I feel about it. But other people, and I'm talking about it, I was like, damn, if you really feel like when I hear people talk about their stuff, I'm like, I could be against it, but I'm like, yo, you really feel like that? I think you should do it. Like, because you feel passionate about it.
Some people don't probably have the support.
Real
though,
good
so
friend of
some people
mine,
need to.
he has a therapist, and I didn't know that about him. I knew him for a couple of years, and he finally told me. And he's been going for years, but he has a therapist, and he said that it's been good for him. It helped him out a lot. Only because, again, therapists, they go to school for that stuff, so they have to study certain things
About the
in
mind.
order to give you that right answer. Again, like I just gave you guys what I feel about it. I'll be like, no, don't go there. Talk to somebody you love. That person you love might not have the right answer. You understand? So that's why I said, again, what I'm saying could be 100% wrong, and going through a therapist could be 1,000% right. We'll never know. Nobody never knows. Everybody have opinions, but you go to a therapist, you tell them something, they're going to give you the right answer because they've been studying that. That's their life. You know what I'm talking about? That's their job. That's their career. They study that. They have to know. You can't go there and be like, telling your problems for an hour straight, and at the end they be like, I don't know, go to the park. Like, no. Like, they're going to tell you something professional. They're going to tell you something that's great and stuff like that. So, me personally, I don't believe in that kind of stuff. It's just, and not saying I don't believe in it because I think it can help. That's not for me. I'm going to just say that. That's not for me.
Well, you don't know until you try it.
Oh, of course.
You gotta try it.
Right now in my head, I believe I can do something better with
If you're
that.
good without it right now, then cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you have 5 of those symptoms, I think you should get tested. Fun fact, real quick, I got tested few years ago. Um, I was diagnosed with clinical depression, and ever since then, I'm gonna be honest, it's been my life has been better in a way of understanding what I'm going through mentally. Because before that, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I didn't know what happened. When I first met Lisa, I used to tell her like, "Listen, yeah, like I like you, I want to be with you and all that, but I go through this from time to time, and I have panic attacks, I have depression, I think, and my anxiety is off the walls and stuff like that." And she was not really worried about all that. She at first, because she never been through that. She never been through having anxiety. She didn't have panic attacks and stuff like that. So she was telling me that, and so she'll be like, she'll make jokes. She'll be like, "Oh my god, you're crazy," and it's funny as fuck. Like it's funny, like, but I just told her, and then I forgot what happened. Oh, I was getting my physical for my CDL for 2 years for the medical card.
Medical card.
And I had a scare there when I was getting my physical, and
They found a lump.
nah, fuck no. and I was going crazy, man. I was scared as fuck, and I kept telling her like, and she was like, "Go to the hospital, just get yourself checked." Got fully checked, blood work, all this and that, and nothing was wrong with me. I didn't believe the doctors. I went back 2 weeks later, same thing. Now I need food test. I need you to freaking scrape my skin off or something, like find something. I wanted them to find something wrong with me. There was nothing wrong with me. So again, I didn't believe them. This happened like 3 times. I went twice with Aunt, and I think I went once with her. And it was crazy. Like I couldn't believe it. 'Cause I'm like, yo, like they found a little something. And when I was doing my physical for the CDL for the medical card, they told me it might be nothing, but you, for precaution, go get checked up with your regular doctor. No, I'm not doing that. I'm scared as fuck. I'm gonna go to the ER. Boom, went in the ER that day, nothing. Went in the ER 2 weeks later, nothing. Went in the ER 2 weeks after that, nothing. On the third visit, the ER doctor actually said, "You've been here 4 times in less than a month," right? So, and there's actually a term for that when you have so much anxiety it gets you sick, so you go to the hospital. I forgot what it's called. Try to look it up, see if you can find it on your phone. When you keep going to the hospital because you think something's wrong with you, it's a word for that. I think it's something with an M, if I'm not mistaken. And but yeah, so I went, and on a third or fourth time, the doctor told me you should talk to a doctor and have regular checkups if that's your case, and see, just so you can know for yourself that you're okay. So the first visit I went with my regular doctor, nothing was wrong, whatever. Second time I went, I just started talking to her, and crazy how the world works. She was in school to be a doctor, but she was also in school to be a therapist, psychologist type thing. And she was the one who actually told me to take the test. And I took the test, and she says, your test results came back and you have severe clinical depression. I had everything but suicidal thoughts. So, and again, I'm here, I'm joking, I'm living life, doing what I'm doing, have 5 amazing kids at home, beautiful family, supporting fiance. Just my life is good, and I got diagnosed with severe clinical depression. So it's like just for me to understand that made my life a little better mentally, and that's why I feel like you should get tested if you feel like you're going through stuff like that. And don't think about it as a I'm gonna call it a L. Don't think about it as a L in your life, as a fail in your life. It's something for you to understand. It's something for you to know. Again, I could hang on my brothers all the time and not show any signs of depression, but the fact that I know I have clinical depression, it helps me more, if that makes sense. Like, some people might see it as it's holding you back. In some cases it can, but it helped me more understand myself. So that's why I feel like I do push that to get tested stuff. Please get tested. get tested multiple times if you don't feel like the first one was right. Just do that stuff. Figure yourself out. Learn yourself. Learn your mental health. Understand? But there's
If you know
nothing
something
wrong
ain't
with it.
right, go get checked.
Did it say what word it was?
Well, what I'm reading, he probably could have hypochondria or a medical
I think that's what
accurate
it's called.
term is illness anxiety disorder IAD. So it's hypochondria or IAD, which is the symptoms is excessive worry, frequent doctor visits, but having no physical symptoms. So
That's hypochondria. I
hypochondria is
think
a
that's what they told
yeah
me I had.
is a
Yeah,
type of anxiety disorder. People with hypochondria frequently
I should
worry
start with
about
an
their
M.
health, even when nothing is seriously wrong. Signs can include going to the doctor frequently without feeling reassured. So I guess if you go into the doctor and they tell you nothing's wrong, but you still feel like, oh, I know something is wrong though,
Yeah, that's what they
or
told me I had.
talking a lot about your health and spending a lot of time like just looking up things about your health
Hmm.
or doing research online. So it's more of an anxiety disorder too. So you
Yeah,
probably kept feeling that something was wrong with you, but something was wrong with you, but it probably wasn't physically. It was mentally.
yeah, yeah.
And the
That's
doctor can't tell you what it was.
all right.
You know?
But yeah, man, those are. I'm gonna read. Actually, I'm gonna read how many symptoms that is because they're saying 5 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So basically, you need to have half those symptoms for doctors to recommend to get tested. And a lot of people I know I feel like have half these symptoms. So I
Especially if you,
encourage I encourage getting tested. I encourage getting tested, man. Test yourself. And I wish we could use a different word because I feel like once people hear that word test, they feel like, oh my god, I got to put myself through this. And what if I tell people now I'm embarrassed?
people are like,
But
I failed tests all my life. Well,
yeah,
this one you probably passed.
yeah, this way you might get an A+. But it's cool, man. Who cares? For real. Like, just do it. Go back to Nike, man. But yeah, man, that's a crazy thing. I never even counted it. 10 symptoms, and you only need to have 5. Wow. I guess a big symptom for me is changes in appetite too. I don't know. You want to see them,
Changes in appetite for you?
but
Oh yeah,
I'll
mine's
talk about that all the time anyway.
mine's be a lot of these I feel a lot.
Get tested. Get tested.
I already know, man. I mean, I got tested when I was a kid because of mom putting me in that shit. Not saying it's not bad, but putting me in therapy and all that for different reasons. But I got tested. And he
Yo,
told me
real
I had
quick, guys.
ADHD and all that.
My bad. I didn't mean to
Depression.
cut you off, but this is a silent basketball. This is amazing.
Yeah,
Silent basketball.
that's my son's. He wanted it. He's seen it on TikTok.
It
So my
bounces
wife
like a
got it for him.
basketball, but you don't hear nothing.
That's
It's a silent
silent
basketball.
ball.
That's amazing.
But yeah, feeling guilty is crazy. Like worthless and guilty, I be having them a lot. But I always feel guilty. Like when I know, excuse me, when I know that I'm right, right, I can have an issue with a friend, a family member, with my wife, with work, with anyone, And I know I'm right about a certain situation. For some reason, why I will still come around and feel guilty, be like, why did I tell them that? Or feeling bad for them because of my actions or what was said from my side. But I know, like 100%, there was nothing wrong with what I said. I was probably speaking the truth for some, but I would consistently feel guilty inside of myself. And it's not a good feeling at all. I just wanted to I just wanted to say that. And the worthless, probably feel like that every day. Just feel like it's never enough. It's a never ending cycle. I always feel like what I'm doing is not enough. When I'm doing something specific, when we was just at the house and I said we've been there for like 2 hours, went to Home Depot and then we went back and then we did something, I'm like, I still feel like we didn't do enough. And then I'm trying to make excuses like, but we've been doing this and this and this. It's just the way my mind is wired. Like I just feel like it's never enough. What I'm doing right now, the things that I'm trying to complete on my own personal goals, I still feel worthless. I feel like it's not enough. Just everything I do. There was times a couple years ago I prayed to be where I'm at right now, and now that I'm here, I feel like it's not enough. I feel worthless of the situation I'm in, and it's sad because I know people could be like, "Oh man, you're in a great situation." For people that know me, you're absolutely right. You're 100% right. It's just the way I feel, and I can't change it. You could tell me that, but I can't change it. I don't know what to do about it. But I just I feel like it, and I can't get out that headspace. It lingers onto me and it stays with me, and it's like a shadow. You know what I mean? Like it's always right behind you when you turn around. It's there and it's bothering you. You know, I always stay prayed up. I'm always staying praying. I'm always staying thankful. I always say it in the morning and the night before I lay my head on that bed. I speak about what I'm thankful for, what I'm grateful for, but I could never seem to encourage myself enough to like pretty much like love myself and what I'm doing for it. Like thank myself. Like no, I just be thankful for what I have and everything, but I could never thank myself for being here. Like that person inside me, that little kid inside me, whatever it may be. Like come on, man, you deserve so much better with yourself and the way you speak about yourself, with the way you're feeling with yourself. But I know I'm not the only one feeling this way. You know, there's successful people out there that probably feel like they're worthless, and that comes back to their mental health, their depression, and I hate it. I hate it, and I'm hoping whoever goes through that they can continue on with their battle. And like you said, there shouldn't be no resort or option where you feel like though you should handle it with suicide. Because I thought about it a couple of times. You know, I did stupid shit. But I honestly I thought about suicide a few times, and man, it's very tough. It's one day hopefully I can speak about it. But I just sound so stupid that I probably could have took my life, and it was real fucked up. And it was very selfish of myself now that I think about it, or I don't know if I was strong enough. I don't know what led to it, but it's something that still haunts me, and it's something that I hope my kids would never have to understand or realize, and they'll never get to a point like that in their life. But you know, just I continue to beat myself up over it, and I know I can never change what happened or what I did, but only to continue to move forward and be the best person of myself, be the best version of myself, and be the best person I can be, and continue to help others, and along the way help myself and love myself more day by day, and trust myself. Don't trust myself fully, and I got to work on that. And depression is messing me up badly sometimes, because it's not going away. It hasn't gone away. I've been depressed since I was a kid. Life events, trauma, feelings of neglect, loneliness, uh, everything is so much more to speak about, and it's tough. It's tough, and that's why we have to speak about it, and that's why we have to make awareness of it, because it's real and we live with it. People like us live with it, and we're not the only ones. So, you know, if it helps, like I could sometimes take the blame of anybody I know, take their weight off their shoulders and put it on me. Like, the song Akon, Put the Blame on Me. It's one of my favorite songs because I feel as though that I could relate to that. Like anybody I know that's battling stuff, I just always say, you know what's easier? Just blame me. Blame me for your problems. Blame me for this. Blame me for that. And I'm not saying like to be like, oh, he's that guy. Like he's trying to be a hero. It's just who I am. Like I don't want people going through sadness or pain. Like I take all of it. It's cool. Give me it. Like give me all of that negative energy and dark energy. And I know what I'm saying might be dumb. Like oh, why the fuck would you do that or take that from people you know or love, or want to have problems with others. And it's just because I felt like I was put on this earth to help people. I truly feel like I was put on this earth to help people. And coming from the background I came from and stuff, I feel like it's very important for me to be there for others. But I know I got to take care of myself. I know in order to take care of others, you got to take care of yourself. So I'm knowledgeable of these things. I don't know, just want to help people, and maybe that's why I feel worthless sometimes.
And it's
But
crazy because we
I'm
both
trying.
we both expressed that so many times that we really feel like we should just be helping people. And from the place that we came from and the shit that we've been through, like we came from like the probably the worst part of Philadelphia we came from.
Yeah,
And
top three for sure.
yeah, and when people see that, they be like, damn. And in my head sometimes when I think about it, I'm like, damn, from to come from where we come from, we should be self. Woo! Damn, that
What,
was
say
bad.
shoveling or something?
We should be selfish. We should take everything. We should take everything that we deserve. We should not care about other people's feelings, and we should just say, "Fuck that. That's mine. I'm getting it." Right? But then that's why I think like that's why I would say I feel like me and my brothers are different, man. Like I haven't, and I can say this with my whole heart and 100% confidence. I never met another man like me. I never met another man like my brothers. We have different mental stuff that goes on, and the way we think about life is insane. And I have two close friends that are kind of close to us, but they grew up different, so it's just different stuff. But they're close to us, man. That I can think of. But yeah, it's just, and we're not like that. Everything we have, we give out. You understand? And I feel like that's just a good thing for this podcast and what we're doing, and the subject we spoke about. Again, we have a lot more stuff to speak about with depression, but
Pages.
we could go on for days
And our
about
mind
it.
is filled with countless
But
memories.
I feel like what we gave you right now is good enough for you guys to
Sit
think
back
about
and elaborate.
yeah,
Maybe talk to a loved one maybe after this or
talk
something.
about
Or,
something.
take it up as something motivational.
Yeah,
Like, damn, we're two guys. Look at me holding my my Naruto Crocs. Getting a little nervous. But it's like, damn, it's two regular guys talking about their depression.
yeah,
Yeah, it's just two regular guys talking about their depression. So, maybe it could motivate you to know that you're not the only one going through it and get out of there. So I think we wrapping it up pretty much.
Oh yeah,
Right?
definitely.
Want to leave them with something something that you take from this episode,
Yeah,
or that
100%,
something about
man.
depression or depressed or
I want to leave you guys with the main thing, only because I brought it up for myself.
yeah, Jalen Hurts. Keep things the main thing. The main thing. That's what you said.
Keep the main thing the main thing,
There we go.
and
Fuck all y'all Jalen Hurts doubters too. Real shit. Super Bowl
get
chicks.
evaluate yourself. I guess I'll say
Get tested.
evaluate yourself. Yeah, get tested, man. Get tested. I'm not talking about STDs and stuff like that. I mean, get tested for that too. If you guys are out there
Yeah.
partying, please get tested. But
Make people aware of it.
get tested, man. Figure yourself out in a deeper way. Learn yourself. You understand? Mentally. I'm not saying learn yourself spiritually and stuff like that. Everybody got the different spiritual stuff going on. But learn yourself mentally, man, because you can't have a conversation that's 100% accurate with someone if you don't know what's going on. You understand? So if you want to have that conversation one day, you have to learn yourself. And getting tested and figuring out what's going on
you
is
is gonna know yourself.
yeah,
You know what I mean? You only know yourself.
Just know that. And yeah, just figure something out. If you don't want to get tested, figure something out by talking to somebody, finding something else, or just doing research. Do your own research. Again, don't self-diagnose. 100%
You'll
not
be
good.
online looking at a lot of things
Don't do
for a
that.
long time.
Yeah, don't self-diagnose. If you feel a certain way, go get tested, figure it out, talk to somebody, and that's what I feel like people should do. Make this mental health thing a community thing. Like I said, reach out to people. Let's talk about it here, talk about it there. You're on vacation, talk about it with somebody at the beach. Do something. Just talk about it. I mean, we don't have to make it a depressing topic every time, but that's what I want to leave it with.
That's pretty much what mental health is about, though. Part of it. Leave you guys with basically to know that suicide is not an option. Okay. There's always something out there for you. If you're on this earth, if you're grateful enough to be breathing and alive and maybe not have the full resources that you want, just know you're here for a purpose. Never take that for granted. Never doubt that. Even when you're in that train wreck, even when you're in that mental space where the cloud is behind you and your shadow is grabbing you more than what you can feel. When you can't, like I said earlier, when you can't see the sunshine, you're here for a purpose. So please, 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 whether it's in a community, online community, or a group, or a friend, or a loved one, or a therapist. Hopefully you can get it free, because insurance in America is bullshit. Sorry, just had to say that. But go get help. Go get help and speak to somebody about your depression. I probably said that every episode, but that's one of the biggest things I take off of today when thinking about depression. So go get help, speak to somebody. Like I said, I named a couple resources for you guys. It's free. It's free to speak. You get it? It's worth everything. It's free to speak. You don't gotta pay nothing. Talk to yourself. I talk to myself all the time. Yeah, whatever. It happens. But go find help, seek help. And just want to say thank you to you guys for watching What Happened to Men podcast. This journey is becoming very, very strong and beautiful, and I'm thankful to be alive and be here to speak about today's episode. And never take your life for granted. All right? Peace
Yeah.
out, peeps.